Hey you guys, it's your girl T and I am here in Minneapolis. I wanted to do an update because a lot of folks have been, you have to update us, you have to know what's been going on with you. How was LA? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And I can honestly say I loved LA. I really did. I made a lot of good friends there. I made a lot of good connections. I found a videographer and me and him are really cool. So everything really worked out in LA. It was almost like a whirlwind. It's like from the time I made that video where I was crying and you know, just so overwhelmed, it's like things just really picked up. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, at first I was kind of embarrassed, like, dang, do I want to put so much of myself out there? Are people going to think I'm weak? You know, what are people going to say? But then I thought about it, you know what? Fuck it. If y'all can sit here and watch me when I'm angry, if y'all can sit here and watch me going through my divorce, being depressed, you know, just going through everything I've been through, y'all can sit here and watch me when I'm happy. Why can't y'all sit here and watch me when I'm like just emotionally drained and just going through a lot? And so I'm glad I put that video up. When I tell you, I received so many emails from people, from grown men to, you know, kids in junior high and high school to mothers. Just so many people reached out to me just to say thank you, or that you've inspired me, or I've never seen you break down like that, and it was so refreshing for you to break down that wall and show us that part of yourself. And you've encouraged me to follow my dreams and go to Texas or go to New York or go to Paris, whatever their dreams were, or go to school for IT, you know, and it just means a lot to me. And I'm just so glad that I have that close connection with my subscribers. Where literally, I feel like this is a family, you know, and even like when I did the video about 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather, it's like so many of my subscribers is reaching out to me like, who are these people? Like, this ain't the regular family that comes on here and comments on videos, you know. So it's like, it's cool to see that a lot of you guys look at each other as family. At the end of the day, I know, and you guys know, it's all love. You know, we can disagree and keep it moving and come back the next day and keep it going, you know. So thank you guys for all the support, all the prayers. I went through a lot, you know. There was even a time where I ended up passing out on set. I had gotten booked for a new ABC show, and they upgraded my role from being a jury member to a prosecuting attorney. And between that and just, you know, just me being on go, getting auditions, getting booked for stuff, it's like things happen so fast, and I wasn't able to eat the way I needed to eat, and, you know, not seeing my kids, and it caused a lot of pressure on my body. And at first I had thought it was nerves when I passed out, and I was kind of mad at myself, like, dang, you know, why am I nervous? What's going on? But when I ended up in the ER and they checked my hemoglobin had dropped down to a 3. So it was really serious. I wasn't getting any oxygen to my brain, and that's why I had passed out. So I ended up in ICU for 4 days. So thank you guys for all the people who reached out to me. Quentin, you know, he would call me all the time, and Ronan, you know, being there on the phone with me because I didn't have my family. And so, you know, there were times where he'd be on the phone with me while they're like shooting me up with Dilaudid, and I'm like, you know, out of my mind, you know, just high, and I'm just drowsy, and I just want to go to sleep. And, you know, I was going through a lot emotionally, but, you know, they just stayed with me on the phone and just kept talking to me like, T, you'll be okay. You know, this is just a rough patch, but you'll be okay. And after 4 days of being in the hospital, you know, and I stayed home for like another 3 days to rest. And once I felt better, it's like the ball picked right back up. My casting agency was like, okay, you're better now. If you don't feel good, let us know. But we done booked you for like 4 different shows. And I ended up meeting Tyra Banks and Christy Teigen. I did a TV movie with Daniel Baldwin. I mean, I did so many things. I mean, I was on Modern Family, so you guys will see me in one of the upcoming episodes. I also did another ABC show, but I can't name the name. But when it does air, I'll let you guys know what that show is. We have to sign a lot of confidentiality for that specific show. So it was just amazing, you know, just even being able to meet even more people, more like-minded people, being able to network, get so much information. You know, I really feel like when you're on set, all of those hours, you really do become like family. You really get to know people, where they're from, what they've been through, what made them come to Cali. So I've just made so many friends. It's like literally my LA contacts are like this big, and all my other contacts are like Minnesota's like that big, and my North Carolina contacts are like that big. but it's like, you know, just so many numbers, and I can call any of these people and we can have a conversation. We can chop it up on some just genuine shit. It's not phony. It's not fake. We understand how things are. It's just really been a blessing for me, especially being into videography and, you know, shooting YouTube videos, to be able to see it from the back end, to be able to see how much work these people put into these videos, into these movies, into these TV shows that we all love. And what it taught me is that it's so easy to be a critic. It's so easy to sit on your couch in the Midwest or down south or on the East Coast and complain and whine. But once you're really there and you see how everything comes together, and it's not just about that actor on stage, it's about the ADs, the PAs, the directors, director assistants, you know, even the cooks on set. You know, I'm always respectful to everybody. I speak to everyone, even the makeup stylist, the hairstylist. That's one thing that my casting agent told me before I left, and she was like, when I told her I was leaving for Minnesota for the next 3 weeks, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving. You're booking so much work. You know, why are you going? I told her, I was like, you know, I have kids. I have to get them ready for school. I made a promise to my kids I'll be back before the school year started. And, you know, I'm a mother first and foremost. And she was like, well, I didn't even realize you had kids. And she was like, you know, definitely go take care of your kids. But before you come back, call me a week early so that way I can get you back on availability. Because I think that Monday they were trying to get me some extra work on Scandal, but I had to go. You know, that's when my plane was coming. So she had to cancel all that. But she just really, you know, gave me more confidence. She was like, you know, just keep being the person that you are. She's like, we've heard nothing but good things about you on set. You're respectful to everyone. You speak to everybody. You know, you've been requested by so many people. She was like, a few shows even want me to come back. So it's just been really a blessing. You know, there's no formula to this. I didn't know anyone out there. I just networked, you know, got given certain opportunities, and it's just been a blessing. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. But again, it's about your attitude and what you put out there. And I think the coolest thing, one of the cool things that happened in LA, because there were so many cool things that happened, I got booked as an extra on Straight Outta Compton, which is going to be the NWA biopic. And what was so cool is that there was a few people that recognized me. So when I got on the bus with everybody, you know, I had a girl come up to me and she was like, aren't you that girl on YouTube? Aren't you Lovely T? And I thought that was cool. And then one of my subscribers who's been watching me for years, Ashley, she ended up being on the set as well. And she recognized me right away. And we ended up hanging out together and taking pictures. And Ashley's such a cool person. And I really vibe with her. And, you know, I've talked to her once or twice since I've been back in Minnesota. So it was really cool, you know, a chance to run into subscribers, you know, who just support what I do. You know, people have been asking me, are you going to do a meet and greet? And like I said before, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want to be around 100 people, you know, that I don't personally know. I'd rather either just run across people who know me from YouTube or meet with a few people one-on-one. So like I said, if you want to do that, we can definitely do that. Matter of fact, one of my subscribers, and we've been cool for the past 4 years, he's a truck driver now. He hit me up and he's like, aren't you in Minneapolis? And I was like, yeah, I'm back home. He was like, I have a job. I got to go down to St. Louis. He came all up here from Texas. And he's like, can you please meet me? He was like, you know, we've just been cool. He used to blog for me. So we've been way cooler outside of YouTube. And we talk on the phone all the time. Even when I was in the hospital, me and him were talking. So he's out here now. He just got here to St. Paul. And I'll be meeting him in a few hours. I'm going to take him out to dinner since I didn't buy him anything for his birthday. I'm going to take him out, you know, take them out to eat and stuff like that. So it's cool. Those are the things I do. Like when subscribers pop up or people that I have a relationship with online, I have no problem meeting them, you know, as long as that we've already established that relationship. So I'm excited to meet Quentin today, and I will be on my way to go meet up with him in about 2 hours. But you know, it's been a blessing. I love LA. I love everything it has to offer. So when I get back, my whole thing now is to grind, start my show. I started a 3rd channel. I haven't announced that yet, but I'll be announcing it in a few weeks or so. I already, you know, locked it in. So I have my 3rd channel. That's going to be geared towards a lot of fashion, beauty, trends. So it's going to be a really cool channel, especially for females. It's also going to be geared towards guys too, you know, giving people tips, you know, how to dress for job interviews, how to dress for the club, how to still be sexy but carry yourself with class, you know. So it's going to be a lot of really cool things on that channel as well. So I'm excited, you know. I'm just continuing to write different show ideas, different scripts. So I've met a lot of people, directors and, you know, sound assistants and just a lot of people in the industry. And it just made me realize, like, these are just regular, everyday people. And one thing I'll say is that a lot of them encourage me. They're like, you know, keep on writing, keep on coming up with your ideas, keep on being the same person you are. You don't have to change for anybody, you know. Be that same genuine person, because when you're genuine and you're positive, that shines through. Never looked at myself as a role model, and I don't like that title, role model, because I feel like, you know what, the only person I got to be a model for is my children, you know, and I feel like that's such a huge title. I'm not a celebrity, I'm not famous, I just vlog, and I'm just a mother. You know what I'm saying? And I work and I just bust my ass, and that's it. So when I have people coming at me like, dang, you know, I look up to you, or you're a role model, I never thought that, you know, somebody with a chronic illness could do this or do that. That means the world to me. And, you know, now I don't look at it as such a bad thing to be placed in that kind of role model-ish, even though I don't like that word, to be kind of have that title. Now I don't look at it as such a stigma, because it's like, if I can encourage somebody, if somebody's in the hospital and they can see like, wow, she's still doing it, she's still able to model and act and do what she loves to do. Maybe once I get better, I can do the same thing. Or, you know, maybe it's a young guy who just has no idea what he wants to do once he gets out of school, and he runs across one of my videos and he's like, you know what? I want to do this. You know, I want to start off as a PA assistant and work my way up to the top. And, you know, so it's a blessing. So thank you guys. Even if I'm not able to reply back to every single email, because I literally have 7 emails and they're all jam-packed. And some emails, I'm like, how the hell did y'all find this email? You know, it's like I get emails all over the net. And, you know, so if I'm not able to reply back to you, I apologize. But no, I've gotten your emails. Most likely I've read them, but time just hasn't allowed. Some people, it's literally taken me a month to reply back. But I don't have an assistant. I don't have people working on my behalf. When I reply back to people, it's coming from T. It's coming from my brains, my thoughts, my heart. So, and that's how I want it to be. So even if it takes a while for me to respond back, I want you to know that those emails are coming from me. I don't want somebody else to type up my emails and say what they think I might say. I want it to come directly from me, because you guys wrote me directly. So sometimes it takes a while. So just be patient. You know, I'm sorry if I get back to you and it's like 2 months later. But, you know, I try and respond back to everybody. But since my channel has grown, you know, Facebook, Twitter, it's just been very, very hard to keep up with everything as it comes in. But I still try and keep up with other video requests and things like that people send me. But I'm glad to be in Minnesota. It's so slow. It's you know, it's not so fast paced. It's not people calling me, there's a casting, get down here. There's a, you know, a cattle call. You know, they're looking for black girls with natural hair. So I don't know, it's funny. So it's cool to just be here, be with my family, be with my kids, be with my brothers. You know, taking my son to practice, going out there with my brother, hanging out. So it's been a blessing to just kind of be here, rest, and just, you know, chill. And now the kids are back in school, so we spent all weekend school shopping, getting things together. So it's been a lot. So I've been just taking time out with them and resting and you know, taking a break. And in between that, just shooting videos and doing what I got to do. So once again, thank you guys. LA is a blessing. I can't wait to be back. I go back around the 16th. And I can't wait. And I can't wait to fly back and pick up where I left off and start with it, you know, start producing this show and go on from there. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys have been up to. How was your summer? Are you guys back in school? What's going on new in your lives? Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces.